of Woodland, California. Very historical, very lovely. It's always been a fun little town to visit. There's a great little couple of churches down the street that are just adorable. That I've been to some of them before, and we're helping a family that has just been having a lot of sort of unsettling, not necessarily negative, but too much activity, and that in itself can be overwhelming. That in and of itself can be disconcerting. You know, sometimes you just want to relax, you just want to unwind, and when you feel like you have everybody walking through your house, it just can get annoying after a while, and you wonder what is happening, why is it happening, what's going on, is it the house, is it the land, is it this or that? My sensation from talking to the occupants, there is some spiritual gifts going on here that make them a little more prone and apt to notice what's happening, and there are some former residents that are here that seem to like this place. There's a lady named Maria that seems to be talking to me. And so I need to figure her out. And then, hold on. And there's a couple, at least 3 to 5 other people that keep wandering around in here. So I got to follow them all around and narrow them down. But the woman, the older woman, she, I see like a little shawl or a little wrap. She's got a little wrap on, and she's a very sweet little old lady. It's Mary or Maria or something like to that effect. And so I got to figure out who she is. And they're just wandering around. So we'll just do our walkthrough and kind of figure out what's happening in this house. And we're going to take some readings. We're going to give them the whole gambit because they really need answers. They need validation. They need to know what's happening in this home. And then, as usual, we will give them a full blessing so we don't just stir it up and leave. We want to simmer it back down and give them their home back so they can actually enjoy their space. Who doesn't want to enjoy their home? Everyone has the right to just peaceful enjoyment. Even if it's just family and other friendly spirits, turn down the volume. Tell the spirits that, hey, this is my space. Like, thank you for visiting me. I love you too. Now go sit down. Just like you would an annoying alive relative. So that's kind of what we're doing. And then I don't quite know where to start, but I feel like wandering like 7 directions. Does anything sound like anything you've been dealing with?
Well, when you said Maria,
okay.
My grandmother lived down the street. She passed away back in '83.
Oh, Grandma came to visit. How nice. Well, good. Maybe she's one of your guardians. Did she ever like wear like a lot of little sweaters or like?
I didn't see her at the end.
At the very
I didn't see my grandma at the end before she passed away.
Okay. Well, she may be making her presence known, and that's a comfort. At least there's somebody protective that's hanging out. Because I mean, we all get guardian angels, right? We all get somebody to look after us, even if we were little when they pass, or we were older when they pass. It doesn't really matter. If they choose, if their soul chooses to be a guardian and to be loving, and that's what their soul wants to do, they make their transition.
Well,
they find the light.
Name.
Yeah. Well, then that to me that's
probably Graham.
Then that's I would consider that a coincidence.
We can validate that later with the spirit box.
I would like when we run the spirit box, maybe her voice will actually come through and give us a little extra validation. She seems like a very spicy but sweet lady. Like little stinger on her, but also like she'll give you a big hug. Is that accurate?
That's Grandma.
Okay. She's trying to give me little validation pieces, little things to tell me about herself. And she'll probably talk more as I do the walkthrough. And my guess is she's going to follow me. She's like, I'm going to make sure you do everything right.
She'll probably be right behind us.
So, yeah, she seems like she wants to make sure I don't screw up. So, thanks, Grandma. I like the help when they give me a little extra nudge. But all these other spirits, man, some of these people are just former occupants and people from the neighborhood. And is there a cemetery anywhere nearby here? Because there seems like a lot of dead people.
It's like maybe 5 blocks away.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not real far.
It was bigger. Remember? Somebody it was bigger, and they built apartments over the poles. Like, yeah.
Oh, figures.
It's just that
They moved the headstones, but not the people. Why don't they look?
There's what?
I don't know why.
I guess there's going to be some pissed off dead folks.
Yeah.
If they did.
We can cross them over.
Oh, the mortuary's up the street too.
Okay.
So.
Not very
Then
far.
that would explain the volume because you at least one or two of you are sensitives. But it seems to me like the dead are trying to be invited sometimes. Like they're probably like knocking on walls, knocking on windows, knocking on doors, banging on things. Maybe you think somebody's at the door, type of thing. That's probably a phenomenon that's common here. So I mean, they're trying to get attention. They're trying to get. They think because you guys can sense them, that automatically you're gifted in the way that you know how to cross them over. That's not always necessarily true, you know. The ones that are like they have been just built over and not moved, they're unsettled. They're not at rest, and maybe that's something we can do is give them their voice back tonight, give them some validation, and let them, you know, be heard, and then help them move on into that light and into the glory that they need to be, so they don't have to be bound here anymore, and because they might just be confused or lost or upset, and are just mad because of what happened to their bodies and things like that. So we could just give them a little bit of peace, a little bit of validation, a little bit of honor, and then the familial spirits that I sense, like Maria, who is obviously very she's transitioned. She has gone on to the light. She just simply has made a sole purpose choice of, I'd like to check on my family. I think I'm entitled to see how they're doing. Like, you know, that kind of why couldn't I sort of attitude. And I think that's fine. I mean, my grandmother does the same for me. And it's a beautiful comfort. Losing somebody you care about is always hard. It's nice to know that their soul carries on and gets to be in that light, and then by visiting us, shares that light with us. But it just seems to me that there's just like, it's like a super highway. I just feel like all these lines, I just feel like a super highway happening. Mm-hmm. Okay, how do I feel in here? How do I feel in here? How do I feel in here? I feel tingly. My hands are tingly. I feel almost like carpal tunnel pain. I feel a lot of pressure in the wrists. Mm-hmm. That's odd.
It is odd. Blurry.
Why is my flash not doing anything? User error?
Probably.
This could be.
I feel a lot of wrist pain. I don't know why, but I feel a lot of like carpal tunnel pain. And I'm not sure why that is. It just feels like a lot of hand pain.
I'm always in pain.
Oh.
Always.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm feeling your pain then.
Yeah, right. I just feel like I have I think diverticulitis, and I have arthritis in my spinal cord. Mm. Yeah.
Oh,
but because I feel the radiating pain down my arms. I just feel.
Camera will not focus in this one corner.
No?
It just will not. So strange.
In that
I don't
corner?
put any batteries in the flash. Something's
let's see if I can catch anything.
Now it's more so, but it just was not focusing at all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little trouble focusing, but
Weird.
anomalies happen.
Anomalies happen.
Sam sleeps in here. He's an alcoholic.
Oh.
He's been gone since Thursday. I
Wow.
haven't seen him while he was downstairs.
No wonder I feel kind of sort of just
blurry.
Yeah. I just feel weird in here, and just kind of it's just sort of sad, and I'm just in pain in here. I'm just in pain, and I don't know. You know, a lot of it's physical, but some emotional. So maybe he was just in a lot of physical pain, and he maybe uses unfortunately the wrong way to cope.
Mm-hmm.
That could be. Did he ever complain of bodily pains and aches?
We almost lost him when he was 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he said the car ran over him, took
Oh,
him
my God.
underneath the car.
Oh, jeez.
He said he saw when he was 6 years old, and he said 2 angels brought him back. And Jesus pointed down the angels to come and bring him back.
Bring him back.
So
he's been struggling for a
36.
long time. Yeah, because the pain in his body, just in here too. I just feel pain in here. That's the only word that I can feel. So he has been protected by angels once. He will be protected again.
Mm-hmm.
He will absolutely be protected again. Let them pray for him, but let them do their intercessory work. Sometimes us as living humans cannot do what the light can do. We have to let the light do its job, and trust that that will happen. And I will say a lot of extra prayers for him to sort of find his peace and then come back and just reboot himself and get back in the swing, you know?
Yeah.
He absolutely needs to release a lot of this pain in him. I'll leave a little light in this space and a little good energy in this space, and we'll hope that he can soak it up. Because he needs that. He needs that for sure. Yeah.
That's his cat right there.
Oh.
She waits there for him.
She's a good kitty. Meow. She waits patiently.
You go kitty.
There, for some reason, it's like a dead zone. There's nothing happening in here, and I don't know what that is or why that is, but in there, it's loud as can be. And the fact of the matter is that you guys are a little bit gifted, so, and if you're acknowledging them, that does let them,
Encourages them.
yeah, it encourages a little bit. If you're not ready to actually do something with it and actually cross them over, the best you can do is if you hear them, say a little prayer for them. That's simple and easy. You don't have to be the almighty fixer of everything. You don't have to do everything for them if you don't feel like it. Just set the boundaries and bless the space. It's fine to acknowledge that you're gifted. That's okay. You know, we're each chosen and given a spiritual gift, and everybody gets their own thing. That's okay to embrace that, but not be overrun by it and not explore it unsafely.
Yeah.
Because safety first.
Yeah.
You want your boundaries. You want your bubble. You want to know and use good discernment to when it's a real spiritual gift from God and when it's not.
Right.
If you can't feel the gut discernment, then just don't approach it until you can tell.
If it feels creepy, it's creepy.
Yeah, you sort of use that gut instinct of, is this of the light? Is this something I'm meant to know and do? Or is this some sort of shenanigans that's not for me, And with all these dead people roaming from the cemetery and the morgue and all these places and mortuary and all that kind of stuff roaming around, they're attracted to you guys because you're beacons of light. And so they're trying to do too much and push too hard, and they need to back off. The family members, they can stay. They're not hurting anybody. They're just
as long as they don't scare you.
Yeah,
don't pop up in the middle of the
They're just hanging out, but because you guys can see and feel them, oh man, they're just taking advantage of that. They're getting a little too excited about it. There's a little spirit right here. Something keeps touching me. I keep feeling like my hand being grabbed, and like something's just like a little kid.
Could be.
Like trying to touch me.
So,
let's figure that out. I'm out to sea. I feel like I'm just in the water, out to sea. Yeah, I literally feel like I'm on a boat.
Huh.
Are there any fish? Huh. It's an odd sensation. There's a level of safety. I do feel safe. I don't feel necessarily in danger. I feel sort of cocooned. I feel like a cocoon, wrapped in a cocoon. But I think that they're trying to speak to him. They're not getting that he can't quite articulate, like that he's not able to receive the way they want, and they're trying, like, why can't you hear me? Why aren't you listening? Why aren't you doing? Like it's a level of frustration that because they know he's a beacon of light, they know that he can hear it, but they don't know why he's not doing anything with it. So
you always hear him, leave me alone, or get away, get out.
And, and that's actually good that he's setting those boundaries. In a way, he's doing the right thing. If he doesn't want to be pestered by it, that's fine. He could tell them to buzz off, and he should, because he's not equipped and prepared to listen to them, and he doesn't need to. They just need to back off. And I think that more importantly, you guys are probably going to have to bless him in the space, and you guys personally, you know, on a semi-regular basis, like housework kind of thing. You're going to have to do that because you guys stand out too much to these spirits, and there's just too many of them. I think we probably could grid the house with some crystals. So they have a geomagnetic frequency and property that if you plant crystals in the ground outside on the four corners of the house, it kind of puts a little bit of a bubble space, and it sort of says, you know, we are anointing this space as protected. You guys, there's at least a couple of you that are spiritually gifted. You're never going to be paranormal free, but you could turn that volume way down. I mean, way down.
Only invited guests.
Yeah, only invited guests. You know, maybe we could talk to Maria, have her help and push some of these people out a little bit. Say, look, you know, you're bothering my family, type of thing. Get her to help us out with
a few
that.
others too.
As sort of be an angelic help. And there are some other relatives here that they're not really saying anything, but she's the one that was the loudest for some reason. But just be mindful, like not inviting it to to be interacting with you guys, not trying to talk to the spirits too much. If you notice stuff on film, okay, well, it is what it is. Like, all right, I see it, but it doesn't matter. When the volume seems to be going up, when you guys are really inundated, that's when you smudge again, you know, and sort of reestablish the boundaries. But I think we can cross over a good amount of the lost ones to get them into the light, and then they're probably never going to come back. They have no reason to. They're just attracted to you guys because they think you can help. In a way, it's kind of a blessing because you guys called us in, so you did actually bring somebody in that can help with what they need. And
it was vacant for a while, and the homeless would sneak in and go in the basement.
We need to take a look at the basement too. Yeah. So we need to look at all sorts of things. You're doing a good job at telling them to back off from you. Yeah. That's what you guys are going to need to do, is just set those firm boundaries just like you would with a living person. It's no different.
Sometimes I go outside and say, I don't want nobody up here right now. I'm going to be here watching TV and I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, no, I do the same thing. I set boundaries with the dead all the time because I am, you know, gifted in this way. I have to tell them, don't interrupt me during my TV. Don't interrupt me during showering. Don't interrupt when I'm sleeping or eating. I really have a set of boundaries. I have wonderful family that are deceased that are in my home, but I tell them, this is my time. Same thing with the living family. This is my time. The dead listen better than the living.
He says, is that the one that you said goes in my room? That's my bed. That's my room.
Okay, yeah. When we first moved in here, a couple of nights a week, I hear this humongous man. He must weigh about 400 feet. Come up. Boom, boom.
Oh my.
And he wouldn't bother to hide or hide. He would be quiet like the rest of the church. He'd just open the door, slam it, and he'd go boom, and walk right there, and then he'd go in there, and he'd walk back out and go and slam the door.
Just loud.
What an attitude. I hear it like an Ed or an Edgar or Eddie or something. I hear a name like Ed, so I need to figure out who that
I have a friend named Eddie.
To check the list of...
No, that passed away.
Well,
passed on.
Yeah, a dead guy named Ed. Well, I don't know. Living energy can actually imprint into a space too. To be honest,
really?
Living people can leave their own energy in spaces.
I believe that.
Yeah, because you know, if it's a house full of like arguing and fighting and negativity, and then they move out and you walk into the house to buy a house, and then you're like, ew, it feels eh. It's because the living people just coop their energy all over.
We're just like fighting, you know, like that's why
against each other.
Worried more than.
Okay. I'm definitely going to go and check out the basement area for sure.
Definitely.
But I just want to feel all the energy of all the spaces. Woo! I am dizzy in here. I am really dizzy in here. Like it's about like I'm about to just.
Whoa! What the heck? What the heck is going on?
No, I'm good. This is
a wonky room.
Yeah.
Anything behind me?
Yeah.
What?
Oh. Nothing on film though.
Oh no.
Hello.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Stop poking that.
I feel like there's a hung object in here.
Let me look for it. Something makes me feel a little woozy.
Should I buy it at the Goodwill?
That's what
You definitely, if you bring stuff home from
Oh
the
my
Goodwill,
lord.
smudge.
I know what I think it is.
What do you think?
What's up with that? Times I want you to
Well,
see if you can.
It's behind me, you mean? Something behind me as a.
And there was an enemy behind you as well, but.
Is it the creepy bunny?
That
thing's got energy to it.
I know.
Bunny?
It's creeping me out.
Yeah, it's not okay.
It's not okay. The bunny is not okay.
I'm going to bless your bunny.
The bunny is not okay.
I zoomed in on it, and
the bunny is
she knows that I'm a fan of Donnie Darko, so I didn't want to say anything.
Well, no, it just the bunny feels funny.
No.
The bunny does feel funny.
This bunny is raw.
I zoomed in on it from clear back in that back room.
Oh, okay.
Clear back in that back room, I zoomed in on that bunny. There's something wrong with it.
Ooh, holy girl, go along with it. Do you ever hear these jingling?
No, but that's where my dad hears knocking.
Is that where the guy knocks real loud?
Because I feel like something's trying to get in. Oh,
yeah, that's why he put that there.
Oh, just to make sure.
There you go.
Well, that's okay. I'm gonna have to smudge down here too.
As soon as I put the camera in, it's like I felt like unwelcome down here. Like I didn't
See that? It's an older part of the basement.
Right in the gut. Yeah.
Wow.
Hitting right in the
Ow.
in the gut. That hurts.
That ain't right.
Somebody.
I want to take EVPs down here.
Yeah, we should take this. I need to take a picture of this. I feel
go for it.
It hurt really bad, but
I got a little bit in the punch in the gut.
Yeah, punch me in the gut.
Don't be punching. Don't be punchy, people.
No punching. It's not nice.
You. Huh.
So my flash battery is completely dead.
And you just changed the battery?
No. When we got here.
Yeah.
They're working fine now, but yeah. I thought I changed them after the last investigation. I thought they were fresh.
You usually do.
I could be mental, and
yeah.
You never know.
Hello? Can you come forward? You can't hide forever. Somebody got hit or hurt right in this part of the abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Something happened.
Maybe two homeless fought. I don't know. That could be, but
the homeless used to live down there.
Yeah, because I feel like somebody got hurt right here.
How long was the house empty for?
I'm not sure. He said for a while.
Yeah, like a while.
Wow, that's too
long
bad.
enough for them to scuffle down here.
And they were.
Yeah. Feeling that too.
Kind of odd.
It's not quite right. It's not horrible, but it's not posing a problem to the house.
No.
But
It's residual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a residual sort of funk.